Is it echoing still? Bishy, I thought I was going on at 8. I just saw like 2 minutes ago that I was supposed to be on in 2 minutes. I don't know where my sign's at. I have misplaced it. Is it in here? Is it in here? I need a box. I'll be right back. I'm sure there's everybody waiting. Mr. Bishy, I was late. It was almost an hour late. He goes. My phone's not charged. Feel prepared once again. Okay, welcome in, guys. I'm gonna do an hour or so of R&B and Soul 8 tracks tonight. Got a bunch of stuff in the buy now. You guys that keep saying you want to have offers and combined shipping, now's your chance. Again, lots of people were asking, not lots, several, and nobody made any offers. So you're going to have as long as it takes me to get through these 3 trays of 8 tracks. If you want to look at the buy now, Mr. Bishy. These are only $2. You don't want to waste your coupon on $2 tapes. Did you make it back, Ghost? Still driving. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Was it nice weather when you were down there? Bishy kept sending me videos of rain. Bishy, you have to remind me. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I'm sure you've all read the show notes by now, and you read the title, and you know what you're here for. Um, if you're here for something other than soul and R&B 8 tracks, you're going to be disappointed. There is some cassettes and other 8 tracks in the buy now. If you're interested in those, feel free to make offers. Um, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to show each tape really briefly. Got the Fifth Dimension Ultimate, which I don't know what Ultimate is. I think it's Disco. Got a belly button, I think, there, Bishy. Spinner self-titled and Disco Fever Volume 2 bootleg. And then I'm going to run it real short. Hey, Dawn. Run real short auctions, and you do choice 1, 2, 3, or 4. witty banter and ranting. Oh, I can rant. These are unrefurbished, like the show note says. You probably need new pads on them, just like any 8 track you find anywhere that they're not selling them as refurbished. They probably play well. They probably play like crap, and you probably go around to the sensing foil and they'll pop at the sensing foil like 80% of them do. That's why they're $2. So we're just doing 10 seconds with 5-second counter bids, and that is running. On choice of those four, Bishy, I was thinking we went on at 8. I was going to do about an hour, and then I was going to take Butterfly out for a romantic evening of birthday Taco Bell. The Fifth Dimensions loves lines, angles, and rhyme. Stars Violation, Dionne Warwick story, A Decade of Gold of Volume 2. And Barry White, No Limit on Love. So those are running. I just ate at a diner. We don't have such things out here in the country. Dawn, did you have a record breaking show the other night? Barry White and Love Unlimited Orchestra, Together Brothers. Smokey Robinson, Smokey. Rufus featuring Chaka Khan. And Frankie Crocker's Heart and Soul Orchestra. Those are running. Dawn, I after I went upstairs for the night, I watched some of the chat and I didn't catch too much of it before that. But yeah, you have the patience of a saint. Gloria Gaynor, Love Tracks. 64 Motown original hits, and this one is tape 1. Lou Rawls, When You Hear Lou, You've Heard It All. And Carol Douglas, Midnight Love Affair. Yeah, those are running. I guess that's true, Dawn. You'd think adults on whatnot might be less annoying than 7-year-olds, though. Tell Me Houston, any way you like it. Donna Summer, Live and More, and that is Volume 1. The Motown Sound, a collection of big hits. And Emotions Rejoice. And that is running. And if you're looking for old stuff, besides 8 tracks, I'll have a preview tomorrow night of my Sunday show as well as my ephemera show on Wednesday. Commodores, Natural High, Smokey Robinson, Where There's Smoke, Fifth Dimension, Earthbound, and Finish Touch, Need to Know You Better. And that is running. Do you have your show all pre-listed for Wednesday, Dawn? Sunday. Oh, Sunday's a Pride Day. The Pride Train. Take some time out for the Isley Brothers, the best of Gloria Lynn, the Fifth Dimension Live, and Isaac Hayes' Black Moses. And that is running. Oh, yeah. Well, relatively new. Invisible Man's Band, Really Want to See You. Walter Jackson, Feeling Good. Commodore's Heroes. And what is it? The Brothers Johnson, Blam. And that is running. Dawn's doing an entertainment theme on Wednesday. it took me months, guys. And look how straight I got them. I put the B on there and it was crooked. So I figure, oh, I'll stagger them and make them all wavy. And then the next three I put on, I had a hell of a time trying not to keep them parallel with the bar below it. Isaac Hayes, Live at the Sahara Tahoe. Dionne Warwick's Golden Hits. KC and the Sunshine Band, self-titled. And Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, Reaching for the World. And that is running. I think I've got the Harold Melvin one sealed in the store if anybody wants a sealed copy. Oh, dear God, Rag. No, I haven't made a dent. Roberta Flack, First Take. Four Tops, live and in concert. The Chambers Brothers, New Edition. And Sly and the Family Stone, Small Talk. And that is running. I listed 3 printer's blocks that spell boo for my Halloween show, Bishy. Did you see that? I'm so imaginative. Sly and the Family Stone Fresh. Sly and the Family Stone Greatest Hits. Barry White, The Man. 17 bookmarks already. Nectar, Remember the Future. And that is running. See, Dawn's being proactive and a responsible training participant. Bishy and Dawn and I are in, oh, what's it called? Summerween, Halloween raid train. So is Bragg, I believe. Eddie Kendricks, Going Up in Smoke. Natalie Cole, Unpredictable. Dionne Warwick, Very Dionne. His Switch, self-titled, those are running. Cat's a cat's a good babysitter. She's crafting, like she's making the inventory, or she's crafting during her slot. Sam Cooke, the man who invented Soul, the fifth dimension, greatest hits on earth. Peaches and Herb, Too Hot, and the fifth dimension, greatest hits. And that is running. What's she making, Bishy? My latest craft project fell apart, so I had to reglue it with wood glue instead of hot glue. Commodore's in the pocket. The Sound of Sunshine, the Sunshine Band, the 3 Degrees, and Aretha Franklin, Running Out of Fools. And those are running. No, I can't run the Donald Fagen cassettes together. They're in the buy now. You just have, if you want to make an offer, make offers. I mean, I could, but it would take 5 minutes for me to create a listing, and then it would screw up my inventory, and it would make no sense to do it that way, though. Lamont Dozier, peddling music on the side. Billy Preston, Music is My Life. Quincy Jones, Roots soundtrack, and Casey and the Sunshine Band, Who Do You Love? As long as you buy them within a show, uh, you got to make an offer through the site. Like, you click down there in the store, find the product, click make offer. As long as you do them through a show, it should combine the shipping. It'll combine the shipping in the marketplace if you pay full price too. It should. Yeah, you're just not doing it right. I know it allows more than one because there's people that do it. So you'll just have to, if it's not letting you do more than one, you'll just have to buy it multiple times, how many times you want to buy or request offers on them. Diana Ross, greatest hits. Quincy Jones, Mellow Madness. Billy Preston, Wildest Organ in Town. And Spinners, Dancing and Lovin'. Oh, let me check the offers. I have no offers. So if you're making offers, I'm not getting them, and it must be a whatnot glitch. And I wish I could help you, but whatnot is full of glitches on a daily basis, and I am not being paid for customer service. Um, Even if I was, I don't know how to fix any of the glitches. Oh, we're not even close to full rant on anything yet. I haven't yelled at anybody on here in months. This is the longest New Year's resolution I've ever kept. Shirley Bassey, good, bad, but beautiful. Enough said. Ike and Tina Turner, Jermaine Jackson, Let's Get Serious, and Dionne Warwick and the Decibels sing Alfie. And that is running. Um, I remember you saying that um, I already shipped one, correct? Okay, what happens when you try to make an offer? I'll attempt customer service here. Does it give you an error or what's happening? Bishy's clipping this. Well, then you're just gonna have to offer one at a time. I know people have. It will combine the shipping. You buy one, the shipping will change. Just like if somebody purchased this one, it'll say the shipping down here for the first one, and then the next one I run, it'll show a different shipping rate. You're not going to pay $10 every time. Rufus, I've sold tens of thousands of things on here, and it doesn't work that way. I guarantee it. And if it does, you're suffering from a glitch that nobody else is that I have not seen. That's why I kept telling you to do it during a show because it combines them for sure during a show. Rufus Size, Roberta Flack, Blue Lights in the Basement, Natalie Cole, Inseparable, and Disco Nights by GQ. I can't run a tape. See, they're in a totally different area of the building. I would have to make a listing, and then I would have to get a picture. I would have to do the description, put the weight in, put the this and that, and then I would have to run it. You'd have to buy it, and then I would have to go back in after the show and remember to do it and take it out of inventory so the inventory is right. Just make an offer. If you want them, they're already like probably half the price of eBay. They're probably half the price of what people are selling them for on eBay that aren't sealed. Last night in the Pips, Claudine, Finished Touch, Need to Know You Better, Floater's self-titled, and Billie Holiday Sings the Blues. And that is running. Well, Rufus, I would say best of luck to you. If you can't use the site the way it functions, you can't expect a seller in the middle of their show to start making listings. I've listed thousands of things in the inventory that's so people can buy it and make offers. You're 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 being one of those people that comes into a show and requesting things that's outside the realm of like reality here of what people can do during a show. And you're asking me to do it for what amounts to a couple dollars take home you know, after the hassle. I told you to do it. Make an offer and I'll accept it. And if you get on a PC, you can accept even less than the 20% off and you can make bigger offers. But you have to make an offer. I mean, people make offers all the time during shows and I just accept them. And it combines the shipping. It's if you're watching an auction show that's not if you're still listening, if you're watching an auction show that's not media mail, and like the first item's like half a pound, it's going to charge you like $5. And then the next item, it's going to charge you another almost $5. And then it's going to be free until you hit like 6 pounds. But it doesn't tell you ahead of time because it's all based on where you're at and what the weight is. I don't know if we ran those. Quincy Jones, Body Heat, Roberta Flack, Quiet Fire, Dionne Warwick, Dion, and Spinner's Love Trippin'. And that is running. Well, at least Bishy, I had one person show up that was messaging me about discount tapes. Little Richard's Greatest Hits. Larry Graham, One in a Million You. Eddie Henderson, Inside Out. And Jerry Butler, The Soul Goes On. And that is running. I don't know, Bishy. I've had people tell me they can't add stuff in quantity before, but then the same thing happened. Somebody will say I can do it. And I can't do any of that on my end while I'm selling. I had forgotten what was annoying about that Bubba guy the other night. And that's what it was. He kept asking, or the one thing I saw, he kept asking for that tape that or that item that had already sold. Chamber Brothers, Greatest Hits, Dionne Warwick or Diana Ross and the Supremes Anthology again. Ray Charles Listen, that's volume 2. Nobody cares anyway. The Jimmy Castor Bunch Dimension 3. And that is running. I don't know. But see, it's different on every device. And they keep changing it with updates. Ike and Tina Turner, Feel Good. Dionne Warwick, I'll Never Fall in Love Again. Buddy Miles, Bicentennial Gathering of the Tribes. And Dionne Warwick's Greatest Motion Picture Hits. But you can't leave Heart's Ghost. Yeah, I think there's only one Donald Fagen tape on there. It seems one, but there's only one title. I don't know if it was him that asked. Somebody asked me about that a while ago. And I looked them up on eBay and it was like, they were so much cheaper on here on my store. There we go. We got an offer. Did it work? No. I got no offers. The whole site is broken. No offers. And now it's going to echo because I refreshed. They changed where the offers are on the Android anyway. Now you have to click account, then you have to click on seller hub, then you have to click on the hamburger, then you have to click on offers. You would think offers would be something that would show up in the, like, I don't know. Okay, offer on John Deere tractor. Rufus, if you're still here, it's not coming through the show. It's coming through the marketplace. Your offers, they're not shown on the show in the offers tab like they would if you were making an offer. Welcome in. If you just joined me, I'm checking offers on something that somebody's making. Uh, Nobody was buying any 8 tracks anyway. Oh, and it didn't combine them. Where's the table? My table has lots of 8 tracks on it. I can't flip it. Commodore's Natural High. Let me check.
Do you want to know a good thing?
Hmm.
I'm under 5,000 emails.
Good job, dear. It's not in the buy it now. Why is it not in the buy it now?
Go back here.
Vishy, I found auctions that were inactive of things.
I'm under 5,000 emails.
Okay.
Thank you, because I had 8,000 when I started. Probably should put some in folders, huh?
It's not even in the list. It's not even in my buy now in my admin.
Sorry, Josh has had a very, very bad day. She flipped the table for you. Better flip it twice. It was a really bad day.
It's not a bad day.
Yeah, it was. Go and see my kittens.
Okay, this is all right.
Can I help you?
Rufus, have I annoyed you to the point that you left, or are you still listening?
Nothing yet. She flips all the tables. Still here, Rufus Firefly.
For some reason it's not even in the show my buy it now where I clone everything in. So request to cancel those 2 things you just did. Do you know how to do that?
Do you want to look on my phone for anything? Do you, honey?
I don't think so. Let me see if that made it go in the show. Okay, now they're in the show. Bishy, I okay, I'm gonna get back to it. If you put in cancellations for those 2, I put them in the show. I don't know why they weren't in the show. They're just in the void. I have all my buy it now stuff in a show that's called Buy It Now Media.
He said, give him a few minutes. He's not home.
Okay. Okay, dear. Norman Connors, you are my starship. Roberta Flack, first take. And those are running. Oh, I got a bid. Thank you, Michael John. Which one would you like? Takes the Norman Connors. Thank you. I especially like those posts on the reseller forums that the people that used to sell on this site 2 years ago, and then they decide to come back and they are completely lost because so much has changed. Sly and the Family Stone, greatest hits. Roberta Flack, Feel Like Making Love. Commodores, Natural High. That's like the fourth one we've had of that. And a Curtis Mayfield bootleg. And those are running. The KGs, Find a Friend. The Chai Lights, the Romanceers. Leroy Hudson, Feel the Spirit in the slide box sleeve thingy. And Nectar Recycled. And those are running. Okay, let me see if I got it. It did not come through yet. Um, Try making an offer through the show. Like I said, if you're on a PC, it lets you offer less than if you're on your phone. Thank you again, Michael. Parliament or Funkadelic? Well, I didn't bring that many in because the rock show I had, I didn't hardly sell any. So I wasn't gonna sit here all night. I'm looking. Holy hell, 90% of these are Dionne Warwick. Don't see any ghost. Um, you want me to keep my eye out looking for those? I'll wait on the donut until I'm not doing this. Hey, York. Nectar down to earth and recycled. So what did you request? What was it? There's the offer. The offer came through. Let's see. Thank you for the offer. I got it. But she says she could offer in quantity. Why is it doing that? It's putting weight, not applicable, dimensions, not applicable. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Spirit, Diana Ross live. That one's dusty. Lena Horne, The Lady and Her Music, and War Platinum Jazz. And that is running. I use my iPhone to stream right now, so I can't look at what it looks like on there. Candy Staten, The House of Love. Funky Kings, Fifth Dimension again, and Dionne Warwick, Dion again. And that is right.
Where's your iPhone? I'll get it.
Huh?
Where's your iPhone? I'll get it for you.
I'm using the stream.
I thought you were using your own.
No, because you can't multicast with the other one. All those people on. Oh, I can't do that. Well, everybody on Twitch wouldn't be able to see me.
Ooh.
They love 8 tracks on Twitch.
Me too. Going back to the cats. Bubba tried waiting for you and figured you weren't coming, so he came up.
Gladys Knight, 2nd anniversary. Anita Ward. Songs of Love. Billy Preston, The Kids and Me, and Dionne Warwick, I'll Never Fall in Love Again. And that's running. Have you updated your app, Ghost? Have you uninstalled and reinstalled the app? I've stopped even submitting tickets to whatnot because there's times they take over a month to reply. There's times they've never replied. And when they do reply, there's always a canned email at first. And they tell you that they want you to uninstall the app, reinstall the app, clear your cache, clear your cookies, and all this other crap. And it's like I have customers that have glitches, and I used to try to submit the tickets, And it's like you're telling me this. I can't tell my customers in the mid show to do all this stuff. Eddie Drennan, would you dance to my music? Is it Edie or Eddie? I don't know. Never listened to it. Tyrone Davis, Turning Point, Barry White, just another way to say I love you. Cinnamon Flower, the Charlie Roos band. Well, like last night in Cat's show, uh, that guy he was seeing that item that are already sold somehow. Like, how is he seeing it? But he shouldn't have been able to see it. But for some reason, he swears he was seeing it. And Dawn and Cat were just like clueless as to why they couldn't see it on their end. Stevie Wonder, Music of My Mind. The Tramps, Disco Inferno. Dionne Warwick, Valley of the Dolls. And Susie Lane, Ooh La La. Just shy of a belly button there, Bishy. And that is running. Roberta Flack, First Take. That's like the third one of those. Detroit Emeralds, I'm in Love with You. Stevie Wonder, Greatest Hits. Canadian version. Ooh. And another Fifth Dimension. Yeah, Bishy, I was listing things today, taking pictures. And I was getting to the point in my lettered bags that like there were things there that like were listed a long time ago that like there's no there- there's no reason why they should still be in the box. They should have been ran. So I searched for my bag numbers like 6AB or whatever, and I found the item and it was inactive. And like uh, it's called inactive, but there's no way to activate it. It was in a show at one point, and then it's gone. And if you search for inactive stuff, you, I mean, I have probably 10,000 inactive things. So it's like you can't just sort them by inactive because all the sold stuff's in there. Well, how did Peaceful Cool with the Gang? You could be listening to some good music, Ghost. Ghost is a masochist. I'm gonna listen to this douchebag whine. Chuck Berry's Golden Decade, Fifth Dimension Live, and Diana Ross's Greatest Hits. That is running. I'm an asshat, not a douchebag. Thank you, dear. So, how was Mr. Bishy's birthday? Fifth Dimension, living together, growing together. Dionne Warwick Story, Volume 1. The Supremes, Greatest Hits, Volume 2. Ah, did you try to make more offers, Rufus? Yeah, I got the one and I accepted that. Are you the one that's like in some foreign land? You're in Indiana. I had somebody asking me about this tape that was in a different world. Offer? There, I accepted that. Offer? Who? And I have the website beforetimes.shop. My phone number is on there. You could always text me too if you've got questions or need something. Um, it's pretty hard to do things mid show that don't involve doing exactly what I'm doing here. Got that one. Thank you, Rufus. Dionne Warwick, Promises, Promises, Another Harold Melvin, Hot Chocolate, Cicero Park, and Diana Ross, Touch Me in the Morning. And that is running. Well, if I knew I could sell everything I listed for $1, I probably would do that. But there's so many Juan Gabriel tapes that would just sit there. Ghost, I've actually sold quite a few of those Juan Gabriel tapes. Apparently, there's people that speak Spanish and like to listen to him. I don't know anything about him. I don't even know if he's still alive. There's two offers for one tape. Uh oh. Quantity is 0. I hope you got all you wanted. If not, I'm just gonna mail them the rest of them to you, and hopefully you can figure out how to request a cancellation on those ones from the buy now. And Rufus, I don't know if you're new to whatnot, it's not always this painful. There's some sellers that are much more accommodating and less rude. Very Dion, Cyrita and GC Cameron, Rich Love, Poor Love, Pointer Sisters, That's a Plenty, and Close Up with Nancy Wilson. So, Rufus, you're wanting me, if I don't see a cancellation on those two marketplace orders, are you wanting me to just not ship those? And like, because I don't think sellers can cancel on our end. Or do you want me to just like send you a handful of Juan Gabriel tapes? Yeah, but I didn't see it. It usually comes up with this little exclamation point in a triangle. It might show after the show, yeah. Roberta Flack, Chapter 2, Sha Na Na, Golden Age of Rock and Roll. I said 48 hours. Okay, well, we'll see what happens tomorrow. And another Black Moses by Isaac Hayes. And that is running. Chambers Brothers, New Generation. Dionne Warwick. She was popular. No Night So Long. Billy Davis Jr. and Marilyn McHugh, The Two of Us. And Intervisions by Stevie Wonder. And that is running. Do they have taco or nacho fries at Taco Bell now? That's a good question. Do they have a Taco Bell in Crossland or wherever you live now? Marvin Gaye live, Gladys Knight and the Pips. It's just self-titled, I guess. Gladys Knight. Wow, we got a big selection of Gladys Knight and Dionne Warwick. And Dudley Smith Steel Band. No, that's not really R&B. It's all AI. Bishy, did you see that story that I think it was on Axios that from 12 to 8 p.m. Well, you're going to be home just in time for my preview, Ghost. You- And I got to get ready for Sunday and for my preview, so I don't think I can go live the whole time. So, Bishy, there's this story on Axios. Um, apparently, and I did not read it, I just heard this. It was on my libtard station. Uh, so I haven't verified this, and I'm retelling it. But apparently, somebody had this AI program, and they trained it to see what would happen if they told the AI program that its creator was having an affair and cheating on his wife, and that they were going to shut the AI program down. And apparently, it started hallucinating and somehow making messages and code that would inform future versions that the guy cheated on his wife and the AI tried to blackmail the guy to keep him from being shut down or something. It's on Axios. Uh, I'm gonna have to read the story. They were just talking about it on Free Speech TV today. Um, somebody was, and I'm gonna have to check that out. It sounds pretty interesting. Diana Ross, The Supremes, O.C. Smith, Hickory Holler Revisited. Those are running. Oh yeah, Bishy, we're all fucked. It's gonna be like Terminator. It's gonna be like Terminator meets Idiocracy. Shirley Bassey is something is Shirley Bassey is really something. That one I knocked the spine off of just a little bit ago. All the rest of them tonight have the spines, but you guys don't care anyway. Dionne Warwick, Just Being Myself. Isaac Hayes, Don't Let Go, and Working Together, Ike and Tina Turner. And that is running. So, Bishy, what exactly? Oh well, thank you, Rufus. You're not Rufus, are you? Or you're Rufus T. Firefly? Okay. Sometimes I read people's usernames wrong and then call them the wrong thing because I can't see and read. So Bishy, what is AI about your Taco Bell? I have not experienced an AI Taco Bell. I am grouchy all the time. Earth, Wind, and Fire Gratitude, Shana Na is here to stay, and Wild Cherry, Electrified Funk, and Barry White, Stone Gone. Is it like AI that you can talk to? The drive-through is not humid. The next time you're there, go through it and ask them for a chicken baja gordita and see what happens. Another one of those Billy Davis and Marilyn McCoo. This is a different one. What is this? I hope we get to love in time. Donna Summer, I remember yesterday. Peaches and Herb, Twice the Fire. And Diana Ross and the Supremes. And that's running. I was at, I went to an antique store. When was that, bitch? Was that yesterday that I sent you the pictures of the dice? And I asked the guy, and you gotta see this place. It's like an old schoolhouse that's wood siding, 2 stories, like a Grange Hall type place. Very old building, just jam packed with crap. And I asked him if anybody had ever gone in there and done a live. And he said, yeah, and rolled his eyes. And I said, what, didn't it work out good? And he said, not for him. Apparently, some lady come in and went live. I assume on Whatnot, but she was trying to sell stuff, and he didn't act like she was very successful. The meeting greeting at Rolling Down a Mountainside. Live and more Dawn of Summer, Heat Wave, Too Hot to Handle, and Gladys Knight, All I Need Is Time. Those are running. Yeah, the one aisle, it was like halfway down the aisle, there was like runner sleds and skis like blocking the entire aisle. So you had to go down that sideways and then you had to turn around sideways and backtrack. He's got this antique showcase that's one of those slant top ones sitting on top of another antique oak display case, and then behind it you would think that would be where he would like do the transactions, but there's just stuff piled so deep that like he can't fit behind the cases. So if you want something out of the case, he has to like stand beside it and like try to reach in. Barry White, Stone Gone, Lady Sings the Blues, Diana Ross, Ike and Tina, Turner, Please, 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 Lou Rawls, All Things in Time. Abishy, he's been there since I was a little kid. I don't, I've never asked him. Oh, he did tell me one time he'd been doing this for over 50 years. I mean, I remember driving by the place and having antiques and stuff out when I was a small child. I got in so much trouble for driving the car. Dionne Warwick, Soulful, Earth, Wind, and Fire, I Am. Another version of Soulful on looks like an Ampex cart, and Pure Soul. And that is running. Commodore's Midnight Magic again. Lamont Dozier peddling music on the side. The Silvers, Disco Fever. Linda Clifford, Let Me Be Your Woman. And that is running. I don't remember exactly what he said, Butterfly. It was something like, oh dear God, you can't be serious, or this cannot be where we're going, or something like that. Brooke Benton, Sweet and Sour Sounds, The Four Tops, Heat Wave, Central Heating. Oh, there's almost one. She's covering herself up, though. Everything is everything, Diane Ross. And that is running. Butterfly, that, uh, that auction I was telling you about, the, uh, I won't say it. Well, yeah, there was one time I was at an auction that they had like sort of an antique shop, and they also had a house and garages and stuff. And they instead of having litter boxes, they had coffee cans all over the house, and the cats would either poop in the coffee cans, or the cats would poop all over the floor, and then they pick it up and put it in coffee cans. I don't know. It would have been pretty impressive if they would have been pooping in there, but it didn't smell like they were pooping in the coffee cans. It smelled like they were pooping and peeing everywhere, and they were just like picking it up so they didn't squish it into the carpet. Roberta Flack. I don't know. Does anybody care what the title is? Self-titled. The Jacksons, Destiny. Evelyn Champagne King, Smooth Talk, and Dorothy Moore, Misty Blue. And it's ring. Why are you scared to go, Bishy? You need to uh how do I say, you you got to take advantage. You got to take advantage of being the new girl. They don't know who you are. So they don't know what you're bidding on, and they don't, because like a lot of auctions they do choice of items. The Stylistic, Rock and Roll Baby, Midnight Magic, The Commodores, BT Express, Do It, and Disco Baby Van McCoy. And that is running. Bishy, does everybody down there sound like they're from the South? Are you far enough? You in a place that everybody does? Ooh, antiques and ephemera. Bish, you should have seen this guy today. He was in the storage unit category. He was selling boxes of labels, like new old stock. Flat rate boxes full of them. Sammy Davis Jr. now, Roberta Flack, and Candy Staten, House of Love. And that is running. Are they really nice, or do they just say sir and ma'am a lot? It was the same one. Yorp. I just found it. Oh, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. It was small change, right? It's a different version. It's a yellow cart. Dionne Warwick. Dear God, we've had like 5 of each of those top two, and that one. Oh, here's one. Rick James busting out of L7, and that is running. Super religious, like snake handling religious. Good catch, Bishy. I think there's two there. Animated Billy Buttons. Tina Marie, Irons in the Fire. Commodores in the Pocket. Disco Hits by the Disco Band. And Willie Hutch, Ode to My Lady. And that is running. Oh, not really, Yorp. I haven't done much with them. I sorted for a while for that rock show, did that, and then put some lots on, and what these are the results of that sorting from several weeks ago. What are the giant crosses for? Like accident crosses? Jack McDuff, The Natural Thing, Gladys Knight, Pow. Can't read the font. Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life. That's two tape set. And that was Stevie Wonder too. Ronnie Law's Fever. 30 to 40 feet tall. Oh my. What's a love shack? Diana Ross. Oh man, we got lots of these. We're almost done here tonight. I remember yesterday and Live and More. Donna Summer. And that is running. What about strip clubs, Fishy? Are there strip clubs down there? Do they like dance to country music? Gods and guns. Or God and guns and drinking. So it's just everything like country songs, Fishy. Uh-oh, Ghost. She she might be incognito. Did you leave her at home? You might have like a whole flock of goats or herd of goats or whatever you call a group of goats when you get home. If you left her there. Butterfly doesn't like short car rides. We we go about 2 hours on the on our weekly excursion. And that is way too much for both of us. I couldn't imagine driving that far with her. I mean, I could imagine driving that far with her. I don't mind riding with her, but she gets very uncomfortable, and I get very uncomfortable. And then we just whine. All right, Bishy. I'm gonna go have supper. Where should we raid out to? Oh, Rec's on. That's right. It's Friday. Yeah, we'll go see Rec. You've seen Rec, haven't you? She'll entertain you. If you give her some money, she'll rub something with a phallic name. I forget what she calls it, and it's mildly amusing. She's got interesting old stuff. Yes, Butterfly does not have the same sense of humor as some people. So let's go raid Rick. Thank you guys. I'll get these few of them shipped out. And Rufus, if you're still here, I'll not ship those one or those two and cancel those. Yes, you are hysterically funny, but not it's not vulgar humor. So let's go to Requiem Salvage. Hang out there for a while if you've never been to her shows. She does quite a few shows and she sells a bunch of different old stuff. And that is running, or we're raiding.